Aloha everybody, John with you, and I hope you're all surviving your whatever your city or state is going through right now with this virus. Honolulu City, County, and Hawaii State are on a mandatory stay-at-home, work-from-home thing. My workplace closed down for a while, so I'm not working at all, and whatever, I'm just at home. So I should be doing video, right? So I thought I would show you this today. I got this, it's something very cute called Pleasure Programming, if you're not familiar with it. I got this box set in Florida this past summer. It's kind of been sitting around, and I've started recording some of it for the Moody Moody music station, which I'll link below, which while you're in solitary confinement, you might as well check out. I mean, you know, it's free to listen to. Anyway, so it has like 10 records in this thing. Easy listening music. It's a Reader's Digest set, and all the Reader's Digest sets, I mean, it's very tasteful, very nice, easy listening music by a variety of different artists. You can see every side has a title on it, and it's called, you'll see here on the cover, in case you've never gotten into this or whatever, it says Pleasure Programmed, and you're like, what does that mean? Well, some of the later sets I've seen, they mention it in the writing or the booklets that they had closed with the box sets that say, oh, you can play, you know, side record 1 and record 5 together, and if you play them together, it's a certain kind of a program or something. And that's all they say about it, sort of pleasure programmed. So I had this. It didn't come with any paperwork original in it. This box set, by the way, came out in 1964. And I, was just playing it and recording it and working on it the other day, and I realized there was something stuck down in here that I had not noticed before. It's quite an interesting discovery that we're going to look at. If I can get it out of here now. Let's see. So, this, I think, was really probably the beginning of pleasure programming for Reader's Digest, because the latter, I've never seen this in any of the other sets that came later. They only talk about it in their book a little bit. But it comes with a little pleasure programmer meter something. Fascinating little thing. So they were really into this idea, let me tell you. This site has the instructions for how to put this thing together, which we've already done. And number 2, Pleasure Programmer, exclusive with Reader's Digest record albums. It's an entirely new concept of music sequencing devised by Reader's Digest music editors to increase dramatically your listening pleasure. It's going to be so increased. The selections on each record, on each side, are arranged in carefully planned sequences to give you the perfect musical program for 20 happy occasions. And the sequencing of each record side to another is arranged for a program of even greater variety. So at first, if you just look at any of these records, I'll just pull one out. Each side of the record has a title, and that sort of tells you its program on that side. Serenade for a Summer Evening, Heavenly Voices. So this is choral groups. The other side, Champagne Waltzes, and they're all by different artists. The Reader's Digest records are very well done, beautiful condition. I mean, 1964, this thing is in gorgeous shape. Obviously wasn't played, whoever had it did not enjoy the benefits of pleasure programming, because maybe they didn't even see this thing was in there either. So what do you do? What is this thing? Okay. The programmer is your key to greater pleasure and value because it multiplies the ways mood music for dining, and that's the set, can entertain you. From the 10 records and 20 sides in your album, how many different pleasure programs do you think could be devised? Take a guess. How many? 5,000? 10,000? 100,000? We asked an expert statistician for the answer, and it is an astonishing 2,216,228. Yeah, obviously they're considering, just playing one song. So out of the however many hundreds of songs here, This handy pleasure programmer provides 68 delightful programs of especially arranged by Reader's Digest to enhance your listening pleasure. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's a host of lovely tunes and delightful playing styles in your new album, and your pleasure programmer will help you make the most. So what do you do? Okay, well, each here is listed each of the 20 sides, like what I just showed you individually. So that's kind of self-explanatory. But then we have all these other programs you'll see here. Different titles. It's on both sides. And what you do is you pick out the program that you decide you want to hear, the mood you're in. For example, it might be Whistle While You Work. You're doing housework and you want, music to keep you chipper and happy. And not only do they have one program, each of these titles will have two programs, a shorter one and a longer one. So it depends on how much house cleaning you have to do. If you just want a 39-minute or 30-minute program, you can play. You have to have a stackable player, obviously. I don't have a stackable player, so I can't enjoy the full benefit of this. But if you do, you would stack up record 4, side 4, record 2, side 19 for a 30-minute program of Whistle While You Work. Let's see, other titles here. Coffee Break, Soup to Nuts, I have no idea what that means, for a very special occasion with a Latin flavor. When the Boss Comes to Dinner. Supper for Two. The Party's Over with a Beat and a Bounce for the young in heart. After Dinner Mints. That's nice. Beyond the Horizon to lift your spirits. Let's check out, let's just see what happens here with one of these. Let's pick out one to try right now. I say it's cocktail time during our self-isolation. Let's check it out. I am having an actual cocktail, by the way, for real. Okay, well that was great. That was nice. Let's check out another program. Let's see. Another good program for our self-isolation coronavirus time. Ah, yes. All Alone. That makes me feel better. Well, there's an infinite variety of programs, some 2 million and something apparently, so I'll be by myself here just fine in my little apartment with my mood music for dining. Thank you, Reader's Digest, for your wonderful concept of pleasure programming. And if you enjoy pleasure programming, I'm sure you'll enjoy my easy listening radio station online called Moody Moody. All very much the kind of music you've been hearing today. It'll take you back in time, definitely like comfort. It's like comfort food for your soul. That's what it is, right? I'll link that below, Moody Mood Music. You guys have a nice week. I hope you enjoy your confinement or whatever. Thank goodness we are allowed to go out for walks presently. I mean, I'd kind of go crazy if we couldn't at least I just touched my face. Sorry, I know. I'm isolated, but that's why I'm happy to, where's my hand sanitizer? I have 6,000 Bath and Body Works hand sanitizers all over the apartment. Don't worry. Thank goodness though we can go for walks, because I'd go a little crazy if I couldn't even go out and go for a walk. So I do, every day at least like walk past the post office and drop some things in, and walk along the beach, although you're not supposed to be laying out on the beach. They can't stop you from going in the water yet, because that's state, not city, county, and the state specifically said they wanted people still to be able to go out and walk around, and they wanted people to exercise and be able to go in the ocean. So they don't want you to lay down on the beach and take your towels and do all this kind of stuff, but you can go on the water and go swimming. So I do that too. Anyway, because sunshine and heat are apparently good for controlling the virus, and salt water is good for any number of things, right? So, and it's partially mental. I feel kind of bad for some people in parts of the country where the weather is very cold, and there's some places are getting snow, and it must be very difficult if you're, confined into especially something small. Like I just live in a studio apartment. It's a room, and if that's it, and you can't really go outside at all, even to like go for a walk or whatever, that would be really rough. So we're very fortunate here that we can do that. So have a good week, and we'll talk to you next time. And check out Moody Mood Music. Its pleasure programming might make you feel better, my friend. You'll feel better.